Hey, Richard. It is exciting. Can you hear me okay? Who else is going to be here? All right, so it looks like a few people are in the room, which is good. Say hello if you can in the chat, that'd be great. We'll see how many people come. I'll just wait for a little bit and see who else arrives to the live meeting. Still a bit sore. It's a bit better. Rich was asking about my tooth. It's a bit better. I've had a few tablets before starting, so hopefully I can get through this and then I can have a nap. I actually wanted to have a nap earlier, but then I thought, I can't go to sleep. Like being live is just so nerve-wracking, especially because earlier today I tried going live a couple of times, it didn't work. So I just thought, you know what, let me just stay awake and see what happens. Yeah. All right, so let's see who else comes. So it looks like it's just me and you, Richard. Bailey's behaving. Yeah, Tiago's got him upstairs for me. You can probably hear him, actually. He's whining. So you might hear him making a bit. He's like crying a bit. He wants to be downstairs next to me. I think I'm the alpha. Okay, 1 minute. All right, well, I'll give it a couple more minutes and then I'll just get started talking about the things I want to talk about. Bear with me, guys. Okay. Well, I'll just get started anyway while you guys are here. I think there's 2 people. I don't know if it might be me and you, Richard. I'm not too sure. I'm hoping a few more people will join us soon. Okay, so basically, so hi guys, welcome back to another video. I'm the one in 1.3. Welcome to the family. So this live series is just here because I really have it pressing on my heart to get this curriculum out to many families who are starting to home educate their children and just need a bit of a helping hand, basically. So I'm hoping to be that helping hand. I'm hoping to be the person that people can come to have a kind of friendly feel around education, because education is what I love. I love education. I love educating in the homeschool way. I also love teaching in the classroom. So when I first started homeschooling my own children, I found it exciting but life-changing at the same time. So for those of you who are just joining us now, my name is Sophia Morrison, and tonight I'm going to be giving you 9 reasons that you should sign up for 1.3 Academy. Okay, so remember, this is a live streaming show and I will answer your questions at the end of the presentation. So please send them to me as we go along by using the chat feature. There's like a little chat function down on the side. And I'll try to answer as many as I can if I can answer them. If I can't answer them, then I will just probably post them or make another video. I'll find out the answer to the question and then I'll get back to you. Okay, let me just see. The term starts back for us on Monday. So we're starting back to school on Monday. It's going to be a really busy year this year, but I'll go back to that in a minute. I'm going to go through the presentation. I'll talk about that, but just keep writing your comments in there anyway, and I'll come back to them at the very end. So 1.3 Family, the channel, is dedicated to parents raising their children. This year's focus will be more on teens, like parents raising teens, because I think for myself, I love the earlier period. The children were younger, I love that stage. And this new stage, even though I love it also, I feel like I was mourning that side for a while, but I need to make sure that I'm enjoying this period just as much as I did before. And I want to log that journey too, because before you know it, the kids will be leaving home. So it'll be more about teenagers, like raising teens, some of the struggles, some of the fun, all the different things that I'm finding with raising teens as well. But my 1.3 Academy curriculum, that would be more based on primary age children. Okay, so before we get started, I just wanted to invite you all, if anybody comes later on or watch this video at a later date, just inviting you to subscribe to our channel. We're now on 280 subscribers, which is fantastic, and I'm really happy for that. So just hit the button below to subscribe and follow us. I think there's like a bell on there as well that you can click on to be notified of any new videos that we have coming up. I do talk fast, but I'm going to try my best to slow down, because when I'm nervous and excited, I tend to talk a lot faster as well. So to all my new subscribers, welcome. I think I've had around 25 new subscribers in the last month, which is fantastic. It's absolutely awesome. And to my faithful subscribers, welcome back, and thank you for supporting me on this live video stream. Okay, remember to give it a thumbs up as well if you like the video as well. All right, so I hope you've all had a good bank holiday Monday as well. I'm just kind of talking a bit more while people are joining. I hope you've all had a really good bank holiday Monday. I haven't done much at all. The plan was to go to the beach today, but in the end I thought, you know what, I've been talking about this date for so long, and because of my tooth pain, I just thought I'll just stay home today, get these videos out there. When it's done, it's done. But one thing I thought was quite interesting is that I was listening to LBC radio today. And it was interesting because they were talking about school uniform, and they were talking about the cost of school uniform, how much people are paying. So I haven't really bought school uniform since 2017 to my middle son, because he went back to school for 1 year. And I can't remember how much I spent on it, but it didn't seem as expensive as it is now. But one of the people called in saying that they spent £90 on a blazer for their child to go to a private school. And I was just thinking it's quite crazy. So I just thought I'd drop that in there. If you've bought school uniform for your children, maybe you can leave a comment down below. Let me know how much you're paying nowadays for school uniform. Obviously for us as homeschoolers, we don't wear school uniform. Some families do, because they find it just better to have school uniform in the house so the child knows that they're, working. I've never done that before. I do remember Malaya, she did ask for school uniform at one point as well. But anyway, moving on. So back to the video. September is around the corner. People are starting to get ready to go back to school, and many people would now be looking at curriculum that they can use with their children. Like I said before, we'll be starting back next week, Monday. I've got my oldest boy now, Rico. He's going to university this year. He wants to be a doctor. He managed to get free conditional offers at university. He wants to be a neurosurgeon, so he's going off to uni this year, so he'll be living away from home. Then I've got Tiago, who's 15, he'll be 16 in a couple of weeks. He will be in year 11 if he goes back to school. So we've got a very jam-packed schedule for him in terms of his learning. He'll be taking one IGCSE, which is an international general certificate in secondary education, one of them in physics. The other ones won't be exam-based. He'll get a qualification based on the curriculum that we do use. And then I've got my daughter, Malaya Sky. She'll be 14 years old. She wants to go to Oxford. So I'm trying to look at preparing her for the 16+ exams and things like that. But I'll discuss that more in my other videos. All right, so if you want to find out a bit more about us as well, you can go to www.1point3Family. I have a whole website dedicated to homeschoolers, whether you are just starting out with your homeschool journey, whether you've been doing it for a long time, or whether you are, whether you are whether you're thinking about home educating your children, whether you've started already or whether you've been doing it for a long time. So you can go onto that website at www.1point3family.com, and there's lots of questions and answers in there to help you as well. Okay, so let's get started. So there are 9 reasons that you should sign up for 1.3 Academy. I'm going to go through them now, and then at the end of this presentation, I will then answer your questions. I'm so sorry if I speak fast, like I said before. So let's go. So number 1, there are many benefits of joining 1.3 Academy. One of them being that it will save you time. I've put a lot of work and spent a lot of my own time in pouring out resources and making PDF files and flashcards and workbooks and learning folders, things like that I want to give to you as a blessing. So this curriculum will save you so much time, and I'll tell you a bit more of the reasons why in a moment as well. Okay, number 2, it shouldn't feel like work to you and your child. It should feel like fun. But even though it'll feel like fun, it'll feel like you're watching lots of videos and things like that, just remember that your child will still be learning at the same time. They're still being educated, but they're doing it through a lot of play, a lot of watching videos, lots of using their hands to make things. So number 2 is that it should feel like fun. It shouldn't feel like work in any way. Number 3, this is quite a long one, it is unit-based. So at 1.3 Academy, even though it's eclectic in style, that means I've drawn upon many different philosophies from different educationalists and different theories. it is centered around a unit as much as possible. So for example, in one of our units in year 3, I think it is, we look at the life of Joseph, who is somebody that a real person that existed historically. We're going to look at the life of Joseph. We can look at things like his family genealogy. We can look at his family tree. We'll look at the history of Joseph. This is just one example. So while looking at the life of Joseph, we can look at his family. So we look at his parents and make a family tree for Joseph. Then we can also make a family tree for ourselves so that children can figure out where they are in their family, who were their grandparents, who were their great-grandparents, if you have the information, so they can make that family tree. That will help them to draw upon a historical understanding of grandparents and family in general, and researching countries that they maybe have come from. So for example, some of Joseph's family came from a place called Mesopotamia, and in Mesopotamia there were big structures called ziggurats, a bit like pyramids, but they're called ziggurats. You can also explore the life of nomadic farmers, which many of Joseph's family were. So again, you can look at historical themes around that as well. Joseph, as you may or may not know, was the 11th son of Jacob, and there were 12 in total. So in maths, for example, you can look at the number 12. Think about the fact that there are 110 in 12 and there are 2 units in 12. You could start like looking at numbers, like teen numbers. You could think about counting in 2s, and that could be the basis of your maths knowledge, and you can progress as far as you need to go. There's obviously other mathematical concepts within that book as well, depending on your child's age. You can look at Joseph living in Egypt, find out more about the Egyptian people, look at the writing, the hieroglyph writing, the cuneiform writing from Mesopotamia. I'm trying to slow down. You could look at Joseph's story. It will also teach you to have a clear picture of God's faithfulness through Joseph and his family's life. You can be reminded that God does not forsake his children, even in the midst of suffering. The Lord was with Joseph the whole way through. So that's some examples of what could happen through looking at the life of Joseph, and there'll be many themes like that. Not all biblical, like a lot of the themes will be based around a historical concept or a biblical concept, but you jump in many different ways. So that's just a sprinkling of what could be covered within part of the curriculum, but it just shows you how you can take one thing and just go as far as you can to bring learning to life. You can visit museums, you can do some artwork based on different drawings of different features within that time. And, I'll stop there. Number four, the fourth reason for that you could join 1.3 Academy is because it covers many different learning styles. As homeschoolers, we're able to learn in many different ways. So it's not really just about learning in the same way that you learn at school. You can learn at your kitchen table, you can learn in your bedroom, you can learn in your garden, you can go for long walks in the day where there's less people on the roads. But 1.3 Academy is based on the different learning types. So you've got the auditorial learners who will learn more from hearing. You've got the kinesthetic learners who learn from moving. You've got the visual learners who learn from seeing. You've got many different type of learners. Some children might like to read more, and I give you a list of books that you can use with your child. Lots of reading lists, lots of resources. 1.3 Academy has lots of worksheets and pre-recorded videos that I've made. It's got links to websites and assessments and many things like that. So number 4 is that 1.3 Academy it is aimed at working with children of different learning styles. Number 5, the curriculum doesn't force you to do anything. So even though the curriculum is there and I have a recommendation of a timetable that you could use with your child, it doesn't force you to use that timetable. So as a home educator, you are free to use it in any way that you please. But going on to number 6, it allows, it follows a core of the English and maths objectives from the national curriculum. So even though the curriculum is eclectic in style, it might be slightly different from the way that you learn at school. At the very basic of it is that I've tried to blend together the national curriculum. So you know that if your child is doing maths, if you're going into our year 1 folder and your child is learning maths, they'll be learning the same type of maths that they would be learning if they were in school. And the same for English, I would be following the same phonics program that you'd use in school. So again, if your child is doing the English curriculum, they will be learning at a very similar pace to what they would be doing at school, although they might be doing different things like copy work, and I'm not going to go into too many examples of it because I've done that a lot in some of my previous videos as well. So like I said, number 6 is that you'll still be following national curriculum objectives as much as possible, but I keep saying as well, it's so annoying. But yeah. Okay, and number 7, you'll get support from a qualified teacher. So I'm that qualified teacher. I've been teaching since 2005. I worked in a school between 2005 and 2013. Since 2013, I've gone back into school every now and again, doing a bit of supply teaching, but I tend to do a lot of work myself at home as I run my own business called 1.4 where lots of students come to my house and I work in groups, and they're doing so well. I'm so proud of them. And many of my students stay for 4 years plus, which is good as well. Okay, and number 8 of 9 is that in the curriculum, it's got built-in diagnostic tests that I've been working on. So you can assess your child to see where they would be in relation to other children at school. I've got phonics assessments in there, English assessments in there, reading assessments, and maths assessments. All these things they're not available to you straight away, but I'll tell you how you can join in a minute. But I've worked on my year 2 phonics assessment and my phase 2 phonics assessment and my phase 3 phonics assessment as well. Okay, and number 9 is that the curriculum is unapologetically Christian. So that means it's all about the Bible, all about Christianity, and we're not ashamed of that. So that's the sort of things that your child will be learning. There will be daily biblical affirmations in there. There'll also be scripture memory in there as well. And there might be a corner in there, I'm not sure about yet, called Sophia's Diary, where it's more like a podcast type of section for us to have like our morning tea or evening tea together and just discuss more adult issues that you might want to talk about when your children are not there. But I'm still looking into that and praying about it to see if it's the right thing to do. So there you have it. There are the 9 reasons that you should join 1.3 Academy. And I'm hoping that my screen is full of questions. If not, it doesn't matter. Like I said, I will try and make some videos on them at a later date to show you. So if you would like to join 1.3 Academy, all you need to do is click on, if you go to my website at www.1point3family.com, there's some links there that you can click on to sign up for it, basically. And when you've signed up, you'll be given an access code, and then you need to sign up to the platform that I'm using, and you'll have access there. For the first month, it'll be free, so you don't have anything to pay. And then on the 1st of October, if you decide to stay, then you can also join. If you decide to stay, then you can pay the monthly fee of £29 per month. Also with 1.3 Academy, I'll be doing lots of trips and things like that as well with you. But you can look at my other video, which talks about that on there as well. What else is there? I think that's it. Yeah, so that's the presentation over for now. I hope I've answered some of your questions. I hope you're getting quite excited about it. One more thing is that when you get to the 1st of October, all the lessons will be opened up to you. But for now, I've only opened up the first 6 weeks for year 1 and year 2 children. Okay, so let's see if there's any questions. Richard. Hey, Richard. Let's have a look. Thank you so much, Richard, as well, by the way, for supporting my channel. It's always nice to see your comments coming up and just seeing you watching our videos and things like that, which is really, really good as well. So let's see if there's any questions that we have over here. You said about school uniform used to be a racket. You could only buy the one I use from a certain shop. Yeah, I've heard about that as well, actually. Like some people are saying that you can only buy you can only buy your uniform from certain places as well. Oh, don't mention it, okay. Okay. Where would you be going on your trips? Okay, so on our trips, sort of places we'll be going to, we've got the same typical things like museums and things like that, but it'll be like rock climbing. There's one place quite local to us called where I took my other homeschool group to, where we did lots of rock climbing. The children loved it. Even simple things like trampoline in parks. Obviously, when the children are at school, they they're obviously at school, they go on trips with their classes and things like that. But then when they're at home, their parents might take them on trips. With them. But while the children are in school, all these places are still quite open for homeschoolers. So I can get like discounts and different things by letting them know that you can open for the day, for us maybe. And lots of children can come and do several things together. So there's some of those. Other places could be things like, what's those places called? Like pottery houses, where you can make things with your hands. There's like Stitch Club. I know that there's a local lady that does like Stitch Club. Some children can come there. Other places would be things like athletics. There's like an athletics track where I can talk to the coaches there and find out, how we can incorporate different things for children, and places like that they can go to. So whatever they desire, really. So if a child has like something that they want to do, us as parents and as home educators, we're there to make it happen. So we'll just try our best to make it happen. Like for my children, they had a chance to do horse riding for a bit, and the rates were heavily discounted. So they got a chance to ride some horses. They really enjoyed that. Going to zoos is also a really good one. Yeah, that'd be good to go to zoos. yeah, so not historical places. Did I just say historical places? I don't. Yeah, you can't go to historical places. When I'm talking so fast, I kind of slip up with my words. So not historical places, but like museums and looking at historical places, maybe local places as well. But I think mostly it'll be places where we can kind of come together. So maybe on the central line, somewhat on the underground, we can go. We can go on the underground and meet in locations that are easy for us all to get to, as well. Yeah, so that's basically it right there. Yeah, so there you go. It wasn't that bad. It wasn't too bad having a live chat, but I've done it now. I feel quite happy about that. I think soon I'm going to go away and rest, have a nice cup of tea, watch a nice movie, and then just feel happy that I kind of got that out of the way, which is good. Yeah, I think that's it. Well, thank you, Richard, for joining me. You're the only one, though. I wish there was more, but I think... Thank you. You're the only one, but it doesn't matter. Because like I said, I think this video will be up on my channel anyway, so people can come back to it and check it and, go back and see if there's anything in there that's important for them. I have had a few people join 1.3 Academy, which is a good thing. And yeah, hopefully more will come, but, we'll see what happens there. But thank you so much. Thank you so much for joining me. Yes, maybe. That's good. There's 3 of you watching. You can say hello if you want to, but if not, don't worry. But yeah, okay then, guys. Well, thank you so much. Enjoy the rest of your evening. I won't keep you longer away from your bank holiday on Monday, and I hope to speak to you all soon. See you later. Bye-bye.